Teenage mother Jenelle Evans posted a video of her drunken night out and received backlash for her parenting choices. The former MTV star used TikTok to record her night out with husband David Eason. Jenelle captured the couple's date night on camera, which included a wine tasting and a ton of pastries. When the young mother initially turned the camera on herself, she flaunted her glamorous appearance, wearing a low-cut shirt and loose waves of her pink highlighted hair. In the restaurant, she sat across from her at the table and caught her husband's new look. David had a long brunette hairstyle with a white t-shirt underneath a blue button-down shirt. With many more glasses already poured in front of them, Jenelle continued to record the couple clinking their wine glasses together. The variety of pastries she served with their drinks was then displayed, and David appeared to like them. David appeared to be giving his wife a necklace as a gift for the big occasion as the video came to a close. To play in the background, Jenelle also added a remix of Aerosmith's popular song, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. In her caption, the television personality disclosed the purpose for the outing. #wedding anniversary, #wine tasting. 8 months after the birth of their 5-year-old daughter, Ensley, Jenelle and David were married on September 23, 2017. Social media users, however, took issue with the couple's anniversary celebration behavior. Way classier than beer, someone replied, alluding to Jenelle's earlier statement that she reduced her alcohol consumption because of health problems. Now she is well, another said, and changed from beer to wine. So much more elegant. Our elegant, health-conscious queen, said a third person. To look classy, you must be classy yourself. You have to make it. You can't fake it. Unfortunately, someone else said, she doesn't even fake it that well. LOL. And I remember her saying she switched from beer to wine and how great it was for her bloating, another person said. Some expressed disapproval of the TV personality's decision to leave her kids at home, writing, she never is around her kids. Sadly. She is literally always on vacation and sipping wine, but never with her children. It's truly very depressing. Another critic added, and these pictures prove it. Along with her daughter Ensley, Jenelle is also the mother of a 7-year-old son named Kaiser with her ex-partner Nathan Griffith and a 12-year-old son named Jace with her ex-partner Andrew Lewis, taking followers along for a part of her and her husband's vacation to Maine. Jenelle, 30, posted a vlog on her TikTok account on Monday. Filmed while glamping, the video began with Jenelle holding her camera in front of a mirror. Waking up in a robe is the way to start a day, she explained. After revealing her daily ensemble, Jenelle gave her admirers one last detailed tour of the opulent tent in which they had been lodging. Walking through the thick flaps, she began the tour from outside. To begin with, you have a lovely front porch. Extremely roomy and large, the mother of 3 remarked. You walk in, you get a king-size bed, and you even get your own little closet station, and you get pour-over coffee. Jenelle went on, the stick chandelier was incredible. That kind of chandelier is what I desire for my home. A video of the North Carolina native savoring some of the regional cuisine, including a sloppy lobster roll, was posted during the same trip after fans conjectured that Jenelle and 34-year-old David might be experiencing marital issues. The anniversary vacation was planned. After posting a picture of her manicured hands wearing her wedding ring, Jenelle swiftly put an end to the speculations. Jenelle Evans never asked for the life she lived, or at least, not the version it had become. When she first appeared on Teen Mom, she was just a teenager trying to navigate a life turned upside down by unexpected motherhood. Fast forward over a decade, and her name had become synonymous with controversy. Every post, every picture, and every decision she made seemed to invite the internet's collective magnifying glass. It was a cool autumn evening when Jenelle decided to join a few friends for a rare night out. Dressed in a sleek black dress and her favorite pair of heels, she felt a spark of the carefree girl she used to be. The music at the local bar pulsed in time with her heartbeat, and for the first time in weeks, she felt like she could breathe. But the world outside the dimly lit bar didn't forget who she was, or what it thought it knew about her. It was supposed to be an innocent photo. A group shot of Jenelle and her friends, all smiling with drinks in hand, glowing under the neon lights. One of her friends posted it on Instagram with the caption, "Mom's night out done right." By morning, The photo had been screenshotted, dissected, and shared across dozens of online forums. Critics zoomed in on every detail, searching for proof of Jenelle's alleged shortcomings. The primary focus? A small, overlooked corner of the picture, her phone on the table with a missed call notification, showing home. The assumption was immediate. Jenelle had ignored her children to go out drinking within hours. The comments flooded in. Wow, priorities. She's out partying while her kids are probably crying at home. Sad. They deserve better than this. Typical Jenelle. When will she grow up? Some commenters even speculated on the state of her parenting, calling her unfit and bringing up past incidents. It didn't matter that the photo offered no real context. To them, it was another chance to add fuel to the fire. Jenelle woke up to the barrage of criticism, her phone buzzing with notifications. She scrolled through the comments, her initial amusement quickly replaced by a familiar pang of hurt. No matter what she did, the world seemed determined to see her as a villain. The truth was, Jenelle's life hadn't been easy. The world had seen her at her worst, her tumultuous relationships, her struggles with the law, her battles with addiction. They had judged her through the lens of her past, often unwilling to acknowledge the strides she had made. But those strides were real. She had worked hard to create stability for her family, fought for her sobriety, and learned to navigate the complexities of co-parenting. Yet, all it took was a single photograph to undo any progress in the eyes of her critics. As she sat at her kitchen table that morning, the accusations swirling in her mind, she thought about her children. She loved them fiercely, Jace, Kaiser, Ensley, and everything she did was for them. But being a mother didn't mean sacrificing her identity completely. Did it? What the photo didn't show was that Jenelle had spent the entire day with her kids before heading out. She had taken Jace to soccer practice, helped Kaiser with his homework, and played dress-up with Ensley. By the time her friends called, inviting her to join them, she felt she had earned a little time for herself. Her husband, David, had been home with the kids that night. He had sent the missed call as a check-in, knowing she'd see it when she glanced at her phone. There was no emergency, no neglect, just an ordinary night in their household. But none of that mattered to the internet. The narrative had already been written, and Jenelle knew better than to try to fight it. As the backlash grew, Jenelle couldn't help but feel the weight of it creeping into her personal life. Jace, now old enough to navigate social media, had come across some of the comments. He approached her one evening, his expression cautious. "Mom, why do people say those things about you?" he asked, his voice tinged with confusion. Jenelle's heart broke at the question. She knelt down to his level, brushing a strand of hair from his face. "Because sometimes people don't see the whole picture," she said gently. "And it's easier to judge someone than to understand them." "Do you care what they say?" he pressed. She paused, considering her answer. "It used to hurt me a lot," she admitted. "But I've learned that what matters most is what you and your siblings think of me. As long as you know I love you, and I'm doing my best, that's all I care about." Jace nodded, seeming to accept her explanation. But Jenelle couldn't shake the feeling of failure that lingered long after their conversation ended that night. As she lay awake in bed, Jenelle thought about the balance between motherhood and individuality. She thought about the pressures placed on women, especially mothers, to be perfect, selfless, and unchanging. And she thought about how unfair it was to hold anyone to such an impossible standard. She realized that no matter how hard she tried, there would always be people who refused to see her growth. But for every critic, there were also people who understood her struggles, who saw the strength it took to keep moving forward. She decided then and there that she wouldn't let the negativity define her. She would continue to show up for her kids, for herself, and for the life she was building, even if the world refused to give her credit for it. The next morning, Jenelle posted a new photo on Instagram. This time, it was a candid shot of her kids playing in the backyard, their laughter practically audible through the screen.